With me is Infrastructure Minister Phil Gawne, and you've got some press releases here, but I want to talk actually about Chester Street car park first of all, because you're kind of handing it over to Douglas Council. But at the same time, you put out a press release this week saying we're looking at the boy racers, you know, your days are over. I'm a bit confused. Why are you telling us this and not them, and what are you going to do about it?
Yes, well, two reasons, or two questions there, aren't there? The first thing is it's still our asset. Douglas Borough Council are managing, or is going to manage a number of our car parks. And the reason for doing that is to try and, first of all, get some kind of unity across the car parks in Douglas, so that perhaps some confused motorist coming off the boat may find that when he goes to visit a car park in one part of Douglas, it'll be similar to a car park in another part of Douglas. So it makes sense, added to which...
You just mean the prices there, don't you? The car park's
well, no,
car park, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I think certainly I experienced when I was away, I went to an area and there were different parking authorities and there were different rules as to how you needed to park in a particular car park and how long you were able to park for. And it was quite confusing. And I think added to the confusion of having different parking agencies, there is a better sense about having sort of rationalising the service, having one responsible agency to do the car parks in a particular area.
Okay, back to the boy races though. I mean, hasn't that always been going on? I mean, at night, I've always, you come out of the theatre, you can sometimes hear quite a lot of action going on in there. So why has this come up now? And don't you just put CCTV in and catch number plates and then it's all done?
Yeah, I think it's, as much as anything, it is reminding people that they're supposed to behave themselves in a reasonable way. You know, even if somebody else is taking over the management of our asset, it is still our asset, and there are certain elements of the asset which Douglas hasn't taken over. So we do think it's important that we deal with this. There's an antisocial nature to this as well. And yes, we do have CCTV imaging. We do have other means at our disposal at which we can find out what's going on.
You're not going to close the car park, so it's not you anymore, is it?
Well,
do that,
what we need to do is resolve this issue, and I hope that the warning will be sufficient for the boy racers to actually behave themselves. I mean, if they choose to continue to flout the law, then inevitably there will be consequences. But I would hope that they would just respond in a reasonable way and say, well, actually, maybe we shouldn't be doing that.